Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the weekly Wednesday travel show. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carl from Healy Adventures and I post travel adventure content from Southeast Asia right now and around the world in general. So if you are into that kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time that I post, which is mostly weekly. On today's Vietnam vlog 6, it is the last Vietnam vlog. We have come to an end in terms of Vietnam. We will be going to the largest waterfall in Asia and the fourth largest in the world, Ban Gioc waterfalls. We will be going to the Ha Giang loop and to Sapa. It was mostly cloudy and foggy and rainy, but do stay tuned till the end of the video where I'll be explaining how basically I had one of my worst times on the road. So we got a bus from Cat Ba Island to Hanoi, and since Hanoi is a city and I needed a bit of a break from filming, I didn't film much and I won't show you much of Hanoi, but I will suggest two things. One of them is the Note coffee shop, which is basically a coffee shop full of sticky notes literally on the ceiling, on the chairs, on the tables, they're everywhere. It's quite a cool concept. And if you are into thrift shops, there's this one thrift shop called the 27 Heritage Thrift Shop. It is super cool, you know, stay thrifty y'all. And yeah, unfortunately Donnie's time in Vietnam was up. 3 weeks had passed for him. And it's over. He was leaving from Hanoi to Malta, and that left Sean and I with a week left in Vietnam. And we were going 3 places up north: the Ban Gioc waterfalls, the Ha Giang, the loop, and Sapa. It was at the stage now where it was always cold, always grey, always foggy, always rainy. So first up, we're doing the Ban Gioc waterfalls. We took a sleeper bus from Hanoi to Chao Bang. Chao Bang is the village you take a 2-hour local bus to the waterfalls from. And we arrived at 4 AM. It was pitch black, super cold, drizzling, and our hostel was down into a field. I think it was one of the scariest moments I had while traveling. I didn't really feel safe because there are no lights whatsoever. And we found a litter of puppies. We found puppies! Interesting. We found an outdoor restaurant with a wooden roof, so we stayed there for a couple of hours, obviously, until the place opened, until 7 or 8 AM, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite cold, but at least the puppies kept us happy for those couple of hours. Into my life, it's a state of mind to be in the moment. Step out of line into your heart. Don't you waste your time, just give it over. Won't you come into my life, into my life, oh, into my life. Ban Gioc waterfalls are literally right on the border with China. Half of the waterfall is on the Chinese side and half of it is on the Vietnamese side. We are on this side, which is Vietnam, and that is China. You can see the flag there. Be warned, even though I'm going to show you drone footage, you are not allowed to have your drone up there without a permit. Basically what I did, I went into the street outside of the park and flew my drone from there. The second that I started flying it, I saw a security guard chasing around the national park on a motorbike, trying to find the person flying the drone. Luckily for me, I was outside, so he couldn't find me. I don't know what would have happened if he did actually come outside of the park trying to find me there. I don't know if they would have confiscated it, if I would have got a fine. I really don't know, so that's up to you to do a bit more research about that. I think this is something you need to consider when going to Vietnam. You're either going to go to Ban Gioc waterfalls and spend 2 days because you need to go there and come back, and there is only the Ban Gioc waterfalls. There aren't any other touristic things to do over there, so you will be using up maybe 2 to 3 days with all the transport. But for me it was worth it. If you do have the time, do visit the Ban Gioc waterfalls. They have so many different aspects to it. They look for money. Oh no, they're coming. The Ban Gioc waterfall was done, and now it was time for Ha Giang. Ha Giang is most famously known for the Ha Giang loop, a 4-day loop. For us it was too cold, too foggy, too rainy to even consider it, so we decided we'll just do 1 day, rent a bike, go as far as we could possibly can before having obviously to return home.
A thick skin, knowing it's just growing pain.
So we've arrived at one of the most beautiful places in this route, and it's cloudy. Heaven's Gate really looks like heaven. It's like you're way up.
I got these growing pains when the storm wind blows. I'm the weather vane. Now I mean with what remains. A thick skin, knowing it's just growing.
We passed Tam Son, kept on going, and we could see the potential of the mountain road that lay ahead of us. Unfortunately for us, we had to turn back. It was getting late. And in our second time of visiting Heaven's Gate, it's a bit better, but still obviously lots of clouds. The Ha Giang Loop is one of those places I want to go back to Vietnam for. Unfortunately, we didn't experience it as you should have. It was time for Sapa, the last place in Vietnam before going back to Hanoi to travel to Laos. And honestly, I don't have very fond memories of Sapa. It's this mountainous place. It was super cold. It was not the season to go there, and I was just getting super tired. I was tired of the cold. It was -1 if I'm not mistaken. I was tired of all the traveling. I was tired of carrying heavy backpacks with all the camera equipment. I was tired of actually filming and thinking of how I'm going to film. I was tired of missing Mick and my family. I was tired of going out every day for an adventure. So yeah, I was just tired honestly, and I made a pact with myself I would not go out in those 3 days. We still couldn't enjoy Sapa because again it was foggy. You couldn't even see a meter ahead of you. So I just made a pact. I just stayed inside the dome for 3 days alone, and I just wanted to get re-energized for Laos because I knew Laos was going to be so beautiful. And yeah, I just did that, stayed on myself, watched a few movies, video called my family and Mick, and I just let it pass honestly. There are a few times on the road where you're going to feel like that. You're going to feel quite bad unfortunately, but it's part and parcel of it, and you just have to learn how to deal with it. So we're on a bus. We're going from Ha Giang to Sapa. We've been on this bus I think for 6 hours now, and basically I'm editing this bus, and for the past, I don't know, 20 minutes I've been smelling this smell, this weird kind of cat litter smell. At some point I just looked back and there are 2 chickens. So basically it's quite common in Vietnam for people to sent packages to the post office with buses. And apparently in our last stop, we didn't realize 2 chickens came on board. So that's it on Vietnam Vlog 6, and that brings an end to Vietnam. However, it will not be the last time you'll be seeing Vietnam on my channel, because I will be making one big video of the whole of Vietnam with all the footage I have, but that will be more of a travel film, so stay tuned for that. But next week I'll be starting with the Laos vlogs. We'll be starting off with a 33-hour bus ride from Vietnam to Laos. It was quite a tough time, so stay tuned. I'll see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. 3, 2, 1.